Hey guys, Lon from the ECOM Zone here, and today I have an update on the Onuha brothers case. So it's been around 2 months since my last video about the Onuha brothers, but we have some update. It's actually pretty good news for one of the brothers. So if you guys don't know who the Onuha brothers are, basically it's Samuel and Ruben, Samuel being the older brother, and they're the founders of Icon Amsterdam. And they actually started dropshipping in 2018. I'm not too sure what age they were, but they were quite young, and so they've been in the ecom game for quite a while now. They are also sons of a former CDA Dutch mayor and politician, and they scaled their fashion brand Icon to roughly $30 million in revenue. Now, I'm not too sure if that's yearly or if that's total revenue, because to be honest, they make quite a bit of money from their brand. Some people say it's a lie, but I don't think it's a lie. I think they genuinely make a lot of money from their brand. So even while the brothers were in jail in Dubai, Icon Amsterdam's team was still running the show and still running Facebook ads. So if we go over to their Facebook ad library, Icon Amsterdam, we can see they have 180 ads running still, active ads here, launched in May. So they're still launching new ads here, and even in April, they have active ads from April. So yeah, their team is still running the show. So it's actually quite cool to see that they built an e-commerce store that they don't even need to be present for. The team still runs the show. Very, very impressive. So the brothers also have a large team for their dropshipping coaching program, charging $10,000 for 3 months of mentorship. And the worst part about this, in my opinion, is that you don't even get mentored by the brothers. You actually just get mentored by someone random. I've been told by one of my clients that they had a friend who was being mentored by their mentor, and then they also became a mentor after generating like 700k. So it's actually quite easy to become a mentor in a mentorship program. Bit weird because that guy clearly only scaled one store to 700k, which actually isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. So it is a bit sus. They do charge a lot of fees. You have to pay for like ad accounts, you have to pay for the ads. There's extra fees that you have to pay for. And honestly, that's what I don't really like about their mentorship program. It's like you do not need to pay someone $10,000 to start dropshipping. Like honestly, you could just watch my videos and you'll get the hang of dropshipping. You'll be able to set up your store, you'll be able to run ads, and you'll learn how to optimize and scale. It's literally all out there on my channel, and there are a few other channels that I would recommend checking out. Oh my god, that was a massive wasp. No, please leave. Please. Please leave. Oh my god. Wait, can you get off, please? I'm filming. Oh my god. As I was saying, that's what I don't really like about the brothers. People say I hate the brothers. No, I don't. I actually respect how they grew their brand. It's just that the mentorship program is a bit overpriced. But apparently they do mention that it's more for people who already has a brand set up. They're already doing like 100k months or 50k months or 10k months, and they're ready to scale. And it's not really meant for beginners. So the fact they do mention that kind of makes sense. I don't know why beginners keep going on to their mentorship program. It's really meant for people who are ready to scale to the next level. The other point is I don't like how they talk down on their fans, or just people in general. There's a lot of clips out there where they're like, oh, I'm eating caviar on a private jet whilst you guys are eating pizza on a couch or something. It's just like clips like that, and the things they say just kind of piss people off, and even myself. It's just kind of rude. You don't really need to say that sort of stuff and look down on other people just because you're making money. So, an old update on the situation. So, 9th of March 2025, 15 to 20 people who attended their party were released around 9th of March, but the Onuha brothers remain in custody in Dubai. So, that was almost like 2 months ago. The reason why the Onuha brothers were not released at the same time was because the drugs were found in their property. And the source is this person on TikTok. A lot of people have been asking who her source is, but she doesn't say. But apparently, it's a trusted source. And to be honest, you're not really going to get any information elsewhere unless it's like insider information. And of course, insider people will not want to reveal their names. So here's the latest update on the brothers. So 4th of May, which is yesterday, Ruben Onuha has been released on bond, and Samuel Onuha, which is the older brother, is still detained and may be released in 1 to 2 weeks under house arrest until their next court date / trial. And also Ruben Onuha is under house arrest too. So at reality_FBI Instagram account, he says their sources claim that Ali B Spec may have played a role in their release. People staying at AIN Nassim says that Ali was also present and allegedly told them that he brought the brothers into contact with a woman of status. In other words, someone with power or influence. Because he also knew this woman personally, contact was made. According to these sources, this is how their release was initiated. So the source is here from BallerBusters, so you can check out this link here, and we can actually watch the video together.
We've got an update for the BallerBusters community. You may remember when we broke the story about the arrest of the infamous Instagram influencers, the Onuha brothers in Dubai. Well, there's new information in their case. Ruben Onuha, the younger brother, was quietly released from custody this week. Samuel, the older brother, remains detained but is expected out within 1 to 2 weeks under house arrest. Sources at Al Nassim tell us that Ali B, who's well known in Dubai's crypto and real estate circles, introduced the brothers to an unnamed woman of status with alleged influence over their case. Now, that meeting appears to have set their release in motion, according to our sources. Now, Ali B is a frequent Dubai visitor and business connector in the same networks where the Onuha brothers operate. So we're monitoring this case and any special conditions attached to the brothers' freedom and whether or not further charges will surface. So make sure you follow the BallerBusters for real-time fraud and legal updates on this matter.
So yeah, so that's that. So what does it actually mean to be released on bond? In the UAE, bail is a legal process that allows an accused person to be released from custody while awaiting trial. And this is an important part of the criminal justice system and can be used to ensure that individuals are not held in jail for extended periods of time without due process. And honestly, it's been like what? February 9th, May 9th. So what, 3 months since they were locked up in jail in Dubai, so it made sense that they've been released on bond. When an individual is released on bail, they are required to accept certain conditions in order to ensure that they comply with the terms of their release and attend all court proceedings. One of the most common conditions of bail is the acceptance of security for bail, and the one they probably chose was financial security, refers to the submission of a financial bond as a guarantee for bail. The guarantor of the accused person must sign the financial bond and agree to pay a certain amount of money if the accused person fails to comply with the conditions of their release. So next, the accused person, aka the Onuha brothers, may be required to report to a police station at certain intervals, surrender their travel documents, or avoid contact with certain individuals. It is the responsibility of the Onuha brothers and their guarantor to ensure that they comply with all conditions of the bail in order to avoid any revocation of their bail order. So yeah, the brothers are released on bond. They were in jail in Dubai, and it's probably to do with the drugs. We're still not too sure if they were set up as people have said or if they were actually doing drugs, but a lot of their close friends said they were drug addicts. And to be honest, if you go through their YouTube channel, they party a lot in Mexico, Colombia, or whatever places they went to. So was it a marketing stunt? A lot of the Onuha brother fans were hoping this was just a marketing stunt, but I think we can all agree now that the arrest was not a publicity stunt and the brothers were caught with drugs in Dubai. The Onuha brothers will remain under house arrest until the next court date and trial, which we did not know. So why were they arrested? So the Onuha brothers attended a nightclub party on Feb 9th, 2025, which was like 3 months ago. Play Apache Dubai, where Blondish performed a DJ set, last seen in public. And they got arrested at the after party in their villa in the Palm on Feb 10th by the CID, which is undercover agents. Multiple people were arrested, including their chef, their maid, and even a female friend who allegedly helped with logistics/flights for the escorts. Now, there's two stories out there. One, the neighbors were calling the police because they were just so loud and they were just blasting music at like real late night, 1 a.m., 11 p.m., whatever it may be. And the neighbors were just pissed off. They called the police. The police waited outside for 15 minutes. Drug dealer arrived outside the house, and then that's when they caught them. The other story is Samuel Onuha or the brothers didn't pay escorts, and the escorts got pissed off. They tipped the police and told them they had drugs, and then the police raided them. Now, we're not too sure which story is real or true, but it kind of doesn't matter. The point is they found drugs in the Onuha brothers' property. And also with the drug situation, a lot of people are saying it's like 250 kg, it's 250k worth and stuff like that. No, it's just 250 grams worth of, I think it was pink snow or something like that. The Colombian escorts allegedly frequently smuggled drugs between Amsterdam and Dubai. So how much drugs did they find? Total amount seized was 260 grams of 2C, whatever it is, a pink powder mix of MDMA, ketamine, and possibly cocaine. And both brothers are allegedly heavy drug addicts, as confirmed by their close friends. So what's next? We probably won't be hearing from the Onuha brothers for a while, as they are under house arrest until the next court date. We can expect Samuel Onuha to be released on bond within the next 1 to 2 weeks, and we're also unsure when their next court date is. And to be honest, it doesn't really bother me when their next court date is. Whenever updates come out, they come out, right? But yeah, it seems like Icon Amsterdam are still running the show fine with their team that they built, which is actually very impressive. It's insane, like how the founders are in jail in Dubai for 3 months, but their team still managed to pull through and run their brand. Like, that is impressive. And something I look up to, because when you're building a team and hiring staff and trying to figure out which team member to hire first and who you should hire and if you trust them and stuff like that, it's kind of crazy how far they've come and managed to build this team. The only thing I just don't like about them is just their mentorship programs. Very, very expensive. They don't mentor their students. Their students have said their mentorship programs are scam. And I also don't like how they look down on other people just because they have money. Yeah, so I'm not a hater, guys. I don't like hate them or love them. I do find their ECOM journey very impressive. But yeah, so that's an update on the brothers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts on the situation. And if you have any updates on the situation, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, subscribe to my channel for more updates and more information about dropshipping. Anyways, peace.